Hi, Renee Zamora here. Here to help you more on sales meetings, and specifically on this particular quick tip video, I wanted to share how do you get that balance of conversation. So you hear me saying a lot about you got to facilitate a meeting. And this particular one, you're facilitating contribution. Okay, most every team, if you have 3 or more people, if you have 2 or more people, you usually have at least 1 or more dominators who just can't help but have something to say. I was one of those guys, okay? So I always had something to say, and I wanted to say it. And then you have people that have plenty to say, but they don't need to be heard. They're okay with having someone else talk, and they're just sitting back there. And there's nothing wrong with if you let your sales meetings go that way, but they won't be as interesting to everybody. They'll be more interesting to the talker and less interesting over time to the one that talks less. It's hard to break those habits out of their personalities, so it's your job as a sales leader to facilitate it. When someone has contributed more than once in the meeting to a few questions you've thrown out there, you could just say, "Hey Bob, hang on. I'm going to get back to you, but I first want to hear from Joe. Joe, what do you got?" And this points someone out rather than just saying, "Who else has something to say?" Just go ahead and point someone out. On the other side of the coin is you could start off your question by saying, "Hey, I'd like to hear what's going right. And today I'd like to see start from the alphabet and work backwards." Just change it up. Let's see. If someone is going on and on, then you just need to jump in. You need to say like, "Hey, Bill, great stuff, man. Great stuff. I'm going to cut you short. Okay, because I want to hear from some other folks, but what I heard you say was this, this, and this. Awesome. Good stuff." So what I did right there is I cut him short, cut him off, because you got to do it. Okay? Acknowledged him for his contribution. I never want to have anyone feel like they're too much of a talker. No, I want contribution, and they do well. I just need to cut it off, acknowledge what he did, by me repeating back what I heard him say, it really nails that confirmation into him. Now he's going like, "Yeah, they heard me. Cool." And then I'm going to go over here like, "Hey, Donna, what do you have to say?" And then when she gets done, and after Donna, Mary or Bill, whoever, you're over there. You're next. You just line them up. And actually, if you line people up or if you kind of go in a rotation, it helps people be prepared. And you're kind of creating an order. So be willing to cut someone off. Acknowledge them for their contribution, confirm your knowledge of what you heard, so they really feel good, and then direct other people to contribute. Other little tips I just said is you can start alphabetically, getting different input. You can go by age and have a little fun that way. Whatever you go, but it's your job as a sales leader to generate more equal contribution. And why? Okay. Ultimately, our purpose is what? Always I say it, is to help them sell more. And when you get more contribution from a good team, each person is going to help each other learn more so they can sell more. They all have their own mind, and they're all going at it the best they can. When they can learn from the collective team, then they'll get better faster. They'll listen to their teammates that are selling more than they will me sometimes. And so facilitate that balanced conversation, enjoy the meetings, and you have more people coming to your meetings wanting to learn and discuss.